Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 2 of National Annual Meeting here in Orlando. We've been bringing you the updates as they happen. Lots of good news coming out of yesterday. We are so lucky to be able to snag a few minutes here with Senior Vice President of Marketing and Communications for Scouting America, Michael Ramsey. He's a great friend of the show. Thank you for. I know you're
Gina.
so busy.
Thanks for asking me. I was blazing down the hallway and you grabbed me. So
his phone is blowing up. He's doing interviews. We are so lucky to get to have him here on our channels for a second. You all have been asking a lot of questions. We went live yesterday, Aaron and I, to talk a little bit about Scouting America and just see how, what's the reaction? What's everybody saying? What are your questions? And we have been gathering those throughout the night. So we have a few of the most commonly asked questions direct from you. I'm going to ask you them. Are you okay with that?
Absolutely. Fire away.
Okay. We've got the answers. We really do. Okay. So this one's hot. When will the new logo be in the brand center?
So council's just got the new logo about 24 hours ago. So watch the brand center. It should be coming soon if it's not already there. But like I say, council's just now getting it. So it'll start spreading out to the brand center very, very quickly.
Yes. So I think we're putting up a URL to the brand center right now. You can see that the logos are changing across some of the sites, not everywhere. It's kind of like a rolling update. We've talked about how
absolutely. Yeah, it's a rolling change. So you won't see a switch being flipped or anything. It's a rolling change. So councils are welcome to use it now if they have access to it and they can use it. But as it kind of filters out through the system, people are welcome to use it.
Thank you to you and your team for having your ducks in a row to be able to
Listen,
make this available.
The team has been all over it, right? So council versions are ready. We've got stacked horizontal, different colors, different file formats. Yeah, it's all ready to go. We're excited.
Fantastic. Okay, question 2. Oh, shout out to Erica, who's an Aaron Scouting reader, who asked that question. This question, the force is strong with this one. This came from Jedi Eric. He is an Aaron Scouting reader as well. What does this mean for our congressional charter? That is such an inside baseball scouting question.
Jedi Eric, that is a great, very inside baseball question. The force is with you. So obviously the congressional charter, that's something that Congress will have to take up in the future. We don't have any plans to address it. It's an important part of our heritage, but it's not something we plan to address.
Okay. Yeah. This is another question that keeps coming up. This is Phil from Facebook. Just Phil from Facebook.
Hey, Phil.
What can we use? Is there an acronym? What do we call it? Just calling it Scouting America right now?
Some people have asked me that, and there's this. I think because BSA was an acronym and has been for forever. I think the instinct is, hey, let's shorten it to SA. Well, from a brand marketing, from an organizational perspective, we want to build equity. We want to make sure people recognize Scouting America. So there's no need to shorten it. So we are Scouting America. Let's get that out there and make sure we use it and everybody recognizes it.
No, that's a great question. If you start paying attention to your language, you'll realize you're calling brands their name all the time.
Absolutely.
We just are an acronym-y kind of organization. We don't always want to be, though.
That is absolutely true. I mean, acronyms. Just take a look at all the scouting acronyms out there in the world. But so let's not add to it. But number one, make sure people recognize Scouting America and know what it means and really what the change stands for and what it means for us.
Fantastic. Thanks for your question, Phil. Okay, this one came from an Aaron on Scouting reader, David. Will the Eagle Scout emblem and medal change to say Scouting America? That
is a great question. So this is a rolling change. So some people have said, oh, I've got all this stuff that has, Boy Scouts on it. What should I do? Use it. Let's be thrifty. Let's not throw stuff away. Again, it's a rolling change. So if you've got brochures that say Boy Scout, continue to use those things. When it comes to the medals and emblems and things like that, as we begin to update things going forward, Scouting America, you'll see some of those things change, but it won't be a dramatic change overnight. As uniform strips, for example, you'll start to see uniforms coming into the system at some point, but not until next year that'll have a Scouting America uniform strip. It's a great question, though.
Yeah, thank you, David,
there's a lot,
that question, because it's a broader topic in general. So yeah, don't throw it out.
You're right. So again, don't be wasteful. Don't throw stuff away. But people have already called me and said, hey, I've got a vinyl sticker on the back of my troop trailer. Should I go out and scrape it off? And well, not necessarily, but if you want to update the mark, please do it. There's no deadline. Nobody's going to chase you down. But if you want to update and use the new mark, yeah, please do it, because it's exciting.
Fantastic. Okay, I think we only have one more question here for you. This is a big one.
Oh.
Yeah. Why is Scouts BSA staying the same?
There's some trademark issues there with that. So basically, that's one of the things that we're going to look at in the future, but not something we're planning to address right now. So it's on the table, but it won't be for some time in the future.
Yes, so, and I think for our volunteers out there who are watching, remember that your new families don't know Scouts BSA versus Scouting America. They didn't know Boy Scouts of America versus Boy Scouts at, a point. So
Yeah.
this is not something that's necessarily top of mind for your brand new families.
Right. And when we were doing research around this, we had conversations with people that were not part of the Scouting family, who should be part of the Scouting family, right? Who for whatever reason haven't joined. Yeah. And this really is making sure that everybody feels welcome in the program, that they know that they can walk in the door, that everybody's welcome and everybody has a path forward in our program.
Fantastic. I know you're busy. You're probably about to go be on national news or something. So thank you, Michael. So much for your
thanks
time.
for inviting me. This is great.
We really appreciate you. We'll see you around.
Thanks for all you're doing. Talk to you soon. Thanks, everybody.
Aaron's going to be joining in just a second, but I, get to peruse the social media comments. I've been looking at them all night because we were pulling these questions that you all answered. Thank you for these. Another shout out to all of you who submitted questions and have been asking questions, and being respectful and participating in wonderful dialogues in our comments. There's a couple. Hey, Aaron.
Hi, Gina. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so happy to be here. That was so nice for Michael Ramsey. Next to Roger Crone, that might be the busiest person in the organization right now. Michael is running around like crazy. Yes. So we very much appreciate him stopping to join us. If there was ever anybody who could answer some of the more common questions we're getting, Michael was the guy. So that was really cool of him to do that.
Absolutely. I am about to read some Facebook comments that we got that are really
awesome. Yeah, let's do it.
Peter B said, "This is great news for my daughter. Calling it BSA. She knows what the B stands for. It didn't include her. It bugged her. This will make her and other youth feel more welcome." Thank you.
Very cool.
I kind of think that was what it was all about, right?
Yeah, I think that was the goal.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So thank you. That's a great comment.
Okay, this one's great too. Again, that was Peter. So he's a Scout dad, Georgia. Georgia says, "I'm happy to see so much support from so many people, especially from the men who were in the BSA before girls were allowed to join all the programs. Scouts is such an amazing program for kids. It teaches them important skills and lessons to take into adulthood. I'm glad that we include girls as well so they can have that experience. My daughter just earned her Webelos rank this year, and her little sister will be a Lion next year. I'm their den leader, and since we started this journey a couple years ago, it has been nothing but amazing experiences."
Awesome. That was Georgia, you said?
That was Georgia.
Georgia, thank you for that. Thank you for volunteering. That's so cool and so exciting to hear about your daughters. That's great.
So we got a Scout dad, a Scout mom. Okay, we've got one more from Phil G. He's an Eagle Scout.
All right.
"I'm a proud Eagle Scout. I'm even more proud. I love this. I'm even more proud that I can share those same values my brother and I learned with my daughters. In a world where we say, girls, you can do anything, I'm thankful the BSA, now Scouting America, has offered this opportunity."
That is awesome, Phil. That's so good to hear, especially an Eagle Scout like that. To come from an Eagle Scout, a person who earned their rank of Eagle back when it was Boy Scouts of America, when only boys were allowed. To hear them embrace it like that, that's really inspiring and really cool to hear. So thanks for that, Phil. Appreciate that.
Yeah, that's just the spirit behind this. The vast majority of the conversations that we've been seeing with our scouting volunteers and parents, that's what it's been all about. Lots of great questions raised as well. That's not all that's happening here at National Annual Meeting in Florida, though.
Yeah, believe it or not, there have been some other events, including a breakfast that Gina and I attended this morning that is always a very inspiring event to go to, the Duty to God breakfast we're talking about. Very, very cool. We heard some nice vocals from a local choir that performed, a nice speaker from the Catholic Church who spoke, and we got some pretty cool fancy medallions that if I could, is it okay if I show it to our viewers?
I want to clarify. So if you've never been to a National Annual Meeting, as long as I've known it, there is a Duty to God breakfast one morning, and then there's a Duty to Country, Americanism breakfast another morning. And so today was the Duty to God breakfast. What is very, very exciting about these is we kind of line up in the hall, we're waiting to get in, and we get in, and everyone rushes to their seat, and they want to see the coin. It's like a collector's piece, and it always has a different point from the Scout law on there. And it's always like just this beautiful design, pretty cool, Symbol Arts. Big shout out to you all for sponsoring both that breakfast and this coin. Aaron gets to do the fun.
Yeah, it's such a cool coin. On the one side, we can see it there. It reads "Duty to God" on the one side right there. But I think the highlight is probably the other side, Gina, which is different every year, I think, right?
Yes, that's right. And I think, I haven't been to enough to have every coin.
Right.
But you could be collecting them and have all 12, right?
This year is a Scout is Thrifty. It says 2024 annual meeting, so you know which one it's from. And Symbol Arts.
Symbol Arts, yes.
They designed it.
They not only designed it, but they sponsored the entire breakfast.
Yes.
So when you wonder how do these things happen, it really is their sponsors. They're making it happen for us. So we're very appreciative of Symbol Arts, and they did just what they do. A beautiful job on the sport.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to them for a really remarkable, cool drawing on this year's Duty to God coin. Very, very cool. I'll be taking this one home myself, I think, Gina.
Oh, well, that's mine.
Oh,
so
well, I'll just take it home anyway. It's no problem.
National Annual Meeting is structured in a really cool way this year. There are sessions focused on every point in our organizational roadmap. So those are happening right now as we speak, or maybe there's a break, but throughout the day, we're going to be covering different topics about, making sure safety is a priority in the organization and all the good stuff. But Scouting America is certainly at the top of many people's minds. You all have been asking, where can we get our hands on that really cool video that was embedded in some of the blog posts? And we're going to show it to you now. If that is news to you, that you don't know what we're talking about, get ready to get really pumped up. Maybe show your kids if they're around.
It's a great video.
And no, you can access this video on the Brand Center right now. We have a direct link on the Aaron on Scouting blog to this video, or you can go to the Brand Center. It's there. I believe that Brand Center URL is up or might be up on screen any second now, so you can check that out. If you're having any trouble logging into the Brand Center, maybe just refresh your page so that all those assets in there are refreshed as well. There's a lot of new stuff that got added yesterday.
Yeah,
very quickly. So shout out to that team.
Shout out to that team. We know them, and they did a great job in the video that we're about to show you. In case you haven't seen it, it's really cool, really inspiring. We've produced a handful of videos like this over the years. This is probably, I'm going to say, maybe the best one.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, certainly one of the best ones. So, and really, the video is made for you guys to download, show wherever you want to, at a recruiting event, at a PAC meeting.
Yeah, I think it has like a broad audience potentially, like maybe even like a fundraising event. You might be talking about Scouting America, but what I saw in it is it could be for youth. Like it could be a youth recruiting piece, even to say, hey, Scouting is cool, and if you're a Scout, you're cool. Check this out.
To people who aren't familiar with Scouting, families in your community who maybe don't know what Scouting America is all about, show them this video. What is it, a minute long? Maybe even a little bit less?
Yeah, I think it's like a minute and 15 seconds or something.
Yep, and it will give them an idea, and it might surprise them, how neat it is and the things you can do in Scouting.
We didn't necessarily plan to get into this, I know, but some of the information that was shared with us yesterday based on focus groups done with families earlier this year, actually, a lot of the things that we kind of suspect are true. Families don't always know how to join Scouting, but they know it exists, and what they associate it with is everything covered in this video. Camping, outdoors, leadership, earning Eagle Scout,
and basic fun.
Yeah, fun.
I think it's probably one of the biggest things, right?
Yes, that's absolutely right. I feel like we're talking too much, and the video would absolutely cover.
Let's just show that video. Thank you all for watching real quick, and again, as a reminder, go to Aaron on Scouting. If I could plug it real quick for the latest news, keep tuned in to the BSA official social networks. Enjoy this video. We'll see everybody soon. Thanks, everybody.